Hi guys, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, a bit of great news today. Folks over at Elegant Themes have just released 20 Flexbox footers for Divi 5. It's a free download, as you can see. I'll put this link down below the video. And I'll show you how to download, install and customize them. We've been working on this page with our little pop-up info button. I switched out the default footer that I had orange writing for one of these and customized it a little bit, and this is what we ended up with. Great little footer, works fine on this little page. So let's get started. Once you get to this page, you're going to want to download them. If we roll down a little bit, have a look at the video and read through if you feel like it. There's some good stuff there. Just hit either the download 20 Flexbox footers or download for free. It'll take you right there. Once you get there, hit the download files. It's going to download it to your default download location. And once you've got it downloaded here, it's going to be a zip file. So we need to extract it. I'm just going to extract mine here. And it gives us two folders there, default and pre-styled. And it tells you all about those further down here and have a read. If we go back up to the menu at the top here, if you want to preview them, just click on preview. We passed it up just now on the way back up. There's a little video telling you about them, or just down below that, they've got the examples, footer 1, footer 2, footer 3. Footer 3 is the example I used for mine, and we'll use that again today. Okay, once we got them downloaded and unzipped, you want to decide whether you want to use a default or a pre-styled. And like I say, just read down below if you want to use it. If you've got custom colors set for your site, default's fine. I'm going to go ahead and use the pre-style. Just open the folder. And we've got a bunch of JSON files here. Like I said, I used 3 last time. I think I'll use that one again. To use these, we need to go down to our dashboard. You need to go down to Divi. Once at Divi, go down to your Divi library. And we can import by using import and export. I've already got that a footer imported here. Let's just delete that. And we'll re-import and start again. So I'm going to hit the import export tab. I want to hit import. Now we've got our list of files over here. If you roll down a little bit more, the one at the bottom will load all of them for you if you want to. I'm just going to load the one I want today for mine, which is footer number 3. I'll roll back up. There it is. I'm just going to left click, drag it, drop it where it says no file selected there, or you can hit the choose file button and navigate to it if you prefer. I'm not going to import presets. I'm just going to import it as is. Import Divi Builder layout. Great. That's been imported. If I roll down again, it should be here somewhere. There it is. Pre-style Flexbox footer layout 3. Now, how do we use this? Well, we're going to build a custom footer just for this page. To do that, we go back to our dashboard. This time we're going to go down to Divi. We're going to go down to Theme Builder. Now this page is called Nebula Phantom, and I've got a custom header at the top here. And let's get rid of that custom footer. And I'm just going to grab the global footer and drop it in there also. Now if we save our changes and we refresh this page, we'll have the global footer, which is okay, but I just thought the orange kind of clashed with the blues that we've been using for everything else on this page. So if we go back now, like I said, I didn't like the global footer, so I just deleted it. I'm going to say add custom footer. We've already specified up here that we only want it to be on our Nebula Phantom page. If you go up to settings, it says specific pages there. I just selected Nebula Phantom. If you want it other pages, only published pages will show up here, but you can select any of your published pages to put it on. Great, well let's add a little custom footer. I'm going to hit build custom footer. I'm going to go over to choose pre-made layout. I want to now go up to my saved layouts. And if we look along here, here's pre-style Flexbox footer layout 3. I'll click on it. Use this layout. And it's popped it in here for us, just exactly what we wanted. Okay, well, let's make it how we want it. The background's okay. I'm just going to chuck an image behind there and blend it with this dark color here. So I'm going to go into the section, the blue tab. Background's always under content here. Could go with the third tab. Let's add a background image. I'll do. Now, obviously, that's way too in your face. Can't read any of this. So let's blend it with that color there. We're just rolling down. I'm going to multiply. Now, all we can see still is the color. If we go to our color now, because it's a black, it's taken over everything. You could change it to a blue or something like that, and it will multiply it with a blue. But I'm happy with that black. Let's just reset that. We'll add that black in there. And all I'm going to do is take the opacity slider down till I get a hint of that image in the background there. Something like that. Obviously, whatever works for you. Maybe not quite so much as that. There we go. Okay, and let's make sure this is the blue color that we want it to be. Background. Let's get rid of that. I've been using the default light blue, so let's go ahead and add that one. I'm going to take the opacity down a little bit. It's 100% by default. I'm going to make this 75. So we've got a little hint of that image behind there. And then when they hover over it, we go up to the top, this little desktop icon here. On hover, let's make it the light blue. And again, about 75% opacity there. Great. Let's flip it back to desktop. Okay, what have we got up here? We've got a heading, it looks like, or a title. I'm going to make mine dynamic content. I'm going to use the page title for this. So in the content where it says heading there, I'm going to hit the little disk icon. I'm going to go down to post or an archive title. Button's not really styled the way I want it with the rest of my buttons on that page. We've got sort of blues and dark blues and white borders and things. So let's do something similar with this. We can go into this button, over to design, button background. Well, again, I use that default blue. And let's pull that opacity down a little bit for our button again, 75. And then perhaps when we hover over it, let's make it a real dark blue, whatever works for you. And we'll flip it back. Desktop mode. That's great for the button. For the border, just want to make that light in color. All round. Perfect. And the text itself, all I want to do is turn that light also. Now we did give our buttons a little glow with a bit of box shadow before. If we roll down a box shadow down here, I think we use that one. But if we use that blue, I'm not quite sure whether it's going to stand out a lot. Let's just try it. Yeah, it's put a little something in there. That's fine. Great. Well, moving on down. Now, any of these rows or columns you can get rid of if you decide you don't want, or if you want less columns, you can go into the row and change it out. I'm going to work with what we've got here. I'm going to put my logo in the top here. And here we are over here. Don't want it to be as big as that, so let's go into perhaps design. Sizing, I'm going to make mine maybe 120 pixels, perhaps 120 px per pixels. Yeah, that'll work for me. Fantastic. And let's give it a dynamic link to the home page as well. If we go into our content, link's always just under the actual image there. Image link URL. I'm going to click on the dynamic content icon again. I want it to link to the home page. Perfect. Okay, we've got a little text module here. I'm going to use the page excerpt from here. And for anybody that doesn't know what that is, I will show you in just a moment. So I'm going to click on the text module. Again, I'm going to hit the dynamic content. Post excerpt. That's fine. Don't want to add anything before or after. Number of words, I'm going to stick mine to about 20. Don't want too many on the footer there. Now, color-wise, let's go over to our text over here. Let's make it the light blue we've been using down in text to color here. We should be able to extend this by right-clicking on text colors, extend text color attribute from text. Yep. I want it just to the parent row that these 4 columns are in. All modules. Great. Text color. Let's try it. Great, let's turn those the right color. Okay, moving on, I'm going to change the company to products. I'm going to have a few of the other cars appear down there because they use a bit of leak content here, which is fine. So let's change that from company to perhaps products. And if we go into this module here, they've got loop post title there. This is okay. I'll just reset that. Let's just loop this first. I'm going to go into there. I don't want to loop pages. I want to loop my posts, which is where my car models are. So I'm going to left click. I'm going to go to posts. I'm going to select the category type, which is supercars, where all my supercars are. Let's throw 6 of them in there. Default's 10. I know you can't see what's going on, but if I now go back into my little module here, if we go back up to the content now in the text, I go to the body, hit the dynamic again, loop post title, and it's brought in those little titles from our little blog post there. I think I might capitalize those over in design. Perfect. Now, if you wanted to, you can make them semi-bold or bold, make them stand out a little bit more. I think that'll work for me. Next to us, well, we've got our regular address in there. I'll leave that how it is. If you want to add another number, we can just go in there. Let's copy this original number, drop down one, put in a new number there, whatever it is. You can have one for a fax, one for a phone, whatever you want there. But of course, you want to put in your email address here. So it'll be nebula@phantom.com. Then, of course, make sure this link, by selecting it, hitting the link module, it's a mail too, so that's great. Oh, we're getting there. Oh, we got some social medias here. If we go in here, let's perhaps add a couple more. I'll just clone the Instagram twice there. You go in there, choose your network, obviously. Yeah, let's throw LinkedIn in there. Don't want a background color in there, so I'm going to take the background away. Background again, always under content. And of course, the link, you're going to want to link to your social media pages that are appropriate for these icons there. And the last one, let's throw in Pinterest. Again, background, I'm going to get rid of that. I think all my icons, I'd like to see this similar blue here. Let's go back into the main social media follow module here. If we go over to design, here's the icon. We can set them all in one stroke by choosing that right there. Perfect. Now, I seem to be a little lost here with some space. I'm actually going to use a featured image for the page. And I did say I'd explain to you what an excerpt, what we've got going on here, and what a featured image is. So I'll do that in just a second. Let's just add a new module. I'm going to add an image module right there. For this, again, dynamic content, featured image. So whatever page this footer's on, it will pull in the featured image for the page. And I know, I'll show you in a minute what that is for anybody that doesn't know. And also the excerpt from that image. Great, well, we're getting there now. Just got to sort out the copyright statement, make it ours and not theirs. So if we go into this module, they're using a bit of dynamic content there. We need to really reset that, and we'll add our own. So again, let's hit the little dynamic content. I'm going to use date, current date. Before it, I'm going to write copyright. Then the copyright symbol, which is what they call an alt code. So hold down your alt key and type 0169. It'll give you the copyright symbol. Okay, after that, I want the date. So I'm making a gap there. Then after the date, I'm going to put another gap. I'm going to put a pipe. I'm going to say system 22. Now, it's given us the day and the month here. I really only want the year, so we can customize that, the format here. Now, there isn't one that fits for me, but if we go in here and put a capital Y, it'll just give us the year. If we put a small y, it'll just give us the last two numbers at 25. If we make that a capital, it gives us 225. That's going to work perfectly for me. And again, I guess we'll turn this to text that similar color. In design, text. Great. Okay, well, let's save everything here. We'll exit. Just make sure everything's saved on this page. Now, I'll quickly show for anybody that doesn't know where the page excerpt and featured image come from. So if I go to my page here, actually I've got it open right here, we'll go here. And if we actually go up to the page settings itself, up the top to the page, here's where you've got the page title, which title we've given this page. Here is where you put in the excerpt, something about the page, and that's what it's going to pull in on that footer in a moment, and the featured image for the page. And if there isn't one, you just add one. Use the same one as I used before. Great. Make sure everything's saved. And if I go to this page now, we've still got the old footer. When I refresh, because we saved everything, we should have the new one on there. Let's refresh. Roll on down. There's our new footer. It's pulled in that bit of blurb from the excerpt right there. We've got our little posts here. If we click on one, it should take us to the specific posts. Perfect. We've got our contact details. We've got a mail to right there. We've got our social medias. And we've got a little featured image right there that's pulled in from the page. And we had a little hover effect over here with a button. And obviously you can take people wherever you want with that button. But it just fits in a little better with the scheme that I've got going on here. And as you can see, really easy to customize. So there it is, 20 free Flexbox footers from Elegant Themes right there. I'll put the link to this page down below. Download, have a bit of fun, you can come up with some great things. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie from System 22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.